Yo guys, what is up? Thick Fillet back with another Borderlands 3 video for you guys. So today I'm going to tell you exactly how Cryo Efficiency works. I was actually really confused about this recently myself, and I didn't know exactly how it worked. So I got some advice from friends, and I dived into the game to do some tests, and figured out exactly how Cryo Efficiency works. So that's what I'll be showing you guys today. Alright, so before we get into it, don't forget to drop a like and sub to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And I got so much content planned for you guys. I think you'll love it. Alright, so Cryo Efficiency. First, I'm just going to show you guys directly in game where you can get the most info about on this. Because even on the internet, when you Google how Cryo works, a lot of stuff comes up for Borderlands The Pre Sequel, and it can really confuse you. Cryo does not work the same in this game as it does in the pre-sequel. I believe in the pre-sequel there was extra bonuses to critical hits and a bunch of stuff like that. So ignore that. This is what you need to know about Borderlands 3. Okay? So, right here it clearly says cryo damage slows enemies, eventually freezing them. Cryo efficiency is the percentage of damage dealt that is applied as cryo. At 100% efficiency, enemies will freeze at 20% health. Frozen enemies are unable to move and take 3 times melee damage. Alright, so that's already kind of confusing there. It's worded weirdly. It should be worded differently so that it just makes more sense. Basically, ignore the thing about 20% health. What that means is you need to deal 80% of their health bar in cryo damage if you're at 100% efficiency. So, for example, if you're at 200% efficiency, the enemies will freeze at 40% health. So cryo efficiency can scale with your efficiency levels. So you can freeze enemies quicker if you can boost your efficiency. And there are also different guns with different cryo efficiencies as well. So that's what you need to look out for when you're using cryo. I'm gonna show you guys some tests I ran for how I came to understand this better. I'm just gonna go ahead and go freeze enemies. Alright, so I got these two enemies here. I just want you guys to pay attention to their shield and their health bars. Eventually, I'm able to freeze these guys. And as you can see, you clearly just have to do enough damage, basically, to make that happen. So we'll just wait for them to freeze. I get it in a second. Yeah, there you go. So she's frozen. Basically, she had a status effect, so her health bar was going down a little bit, but she froze just above the 20% mark. Keep in mind, the gun I'm using has about 110% efficiency. So there's another freeze, once again just above the 20% mark, because we have a little bit over 100% efficiency. And keep in mind, this is based off of the damage you deal. So you have to deal 80% damage. So now I'm going to show you guys how to boost your cryo efficiency and boost damage with cryo. So basically what you want to do is find yourself an icebreaker artifact. Just look at the prefix here. It's the icebreaker prefix. Verse frozen, you get bonus 35% damage and bonus cryo efficiency. So what's cool about this is not only does it add 50% efficiency onto your weapons, so that way you will freeze people quicker. If you watch this guy here, he freezes just almost at half health even, it looks like. Because my gun is base 110. And the efficiency adds on to 50%. And then you can see after I freeze him, it just melts his health bar after that because we're getting that 35% bonus. So keep in mind with bigger enemies, they're much harder to freeze due to their large health bar. With cryo weapons, you can just slow them. He's really slowly attacking me, as you can see. Obviously also, I have no skill points unlocked, so we're not getting the full benefits of our damage, so it's taking a long time to really whittle down his health bar. Also keep in mind if there's any breaks in the damage, like for example if they lose that frozen look to them kind of, you will have to deal a new set of cryo damage. So if you dealt cryo damage to them at one point and then you stop and start again, you will have to deal the 80% health if you're at 100 efficiency again. So yeah, now I'm going to show you guys how to instantly freeze enemies. This is the best way. You have to be playing Zane to do this. It is all in the second skill there. I'm just making a build real quick on the spot. You'll even see at the end I forgot to spec into seeing red. So brain freeze is the skill that will let you instantly freeze enemies. And as you see, I'm also going to spec into playing dirty. This helps with that. I'll explain why in a second. So brain freeze is an awesome ability. Basically, for every critical hit you score, you will apply a slow to the enemy, and then as you hit more than one critical hit on them, it will freeze them. So as you can see with my first shot, he's already slowed. Oh, keep in mind I'm not even using a cryo weapon. I'm using a Jacob's Masher, and I'll explain why Mashers are really good with this. Look how quick he freezes. His health bar doesn't matter. Just the fact that we're dealing critical hits is what makes him freeze, with the way brain freeze is worded. So as you can see, we can just freeze him over and over again. Even this maniac, I killed them, but you can see they were frozen instantly once again. So it's a really cool ability. I really like this ability. The issue people have is that they say cryo doesn't affect anointed and cryo doesn't affect bosses, but I'm actually going to show you that brain freeze works on anointed, and it's in the wording of it. But first I want to mention how to fully utilize brain freeze. It's actually why I'm using this masher right now. A Jacob's Masher or a shotgun or any gun that shoots multiple pellets is the best way to instantly freeze enemies. You'll see that brain freeze basically counts per projectile. Brain freeze doesn't count per bullet. So since the masher has a ×5 multiplier on it, it shoots 5 pellets out. And what that means is that it will trigger for each of those 5 pellets that hit a critical hit. So yeah, mashers, shotguns, anything that shoots multiple projectiles out. Even the crossroads is really good for this because it, or like high firing rate SMGs where you can get a bunch of bullets at once into crit spots. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. And playing dirty helps with that because it adds projectiles or bullets onto your shots. So just look out for cool interactions like that. Now as you can see, anointed enemies are supposed to be immune to cryo, but brain freeze will slow them. So that's a really cool little bonus. And it's in the wording of brain freeze. Brain freeze doesn't apply cryo damage. It just slows enemies. Wait, this little slow run is really funny to me. That's why I left it in here. But so yeah, brain freeze slows enemies, but it doesn't actually deal any cryo damage. So it's a pretty cool effect, and it's really good for mobbing. It's really good for slowing things down so that you can pick people off, especially with Jacob's guns, mashers, shotguns. It'll definitely give you the time you need to end fights. And that's basically it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and this content, please like, sub to the channel. But that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great day.